to Mama Sue's Kitchen. I watched Mimi's Kitchen, Mimi's Recipes the other day, and she was making a vegetable casserole that looked delicious. And she said, now this is in my volume 2 cookbook. Well, I had ordered one, and I am going to make it today. I have most of the ingredients. There's one that I don't, but I'm gonna see if I can make it work. She said you're gonna take one 14-ounce can of the French green beans, and you drain them. One can, and there's only one size can, but it's 11-ounce can of white shoe peg corn, and it's drained. Okay, a half a cup of green bell pepper and a half a cup of chopped onion. And I used my chopper, so putting that in there. Then 8 ounces of sour cream, which is 1 cup. One can of cream of celery soup. All right, a half of a cup of sharp cheese. This is more than a half cup. That's probably about a half. Maybe put a little bit more. I'll use that on something else. And then she said a half a teaspoon each of salt, pepper, and accent seasoning. Now, I don't have accent seasoning, so I'm gonna put, I almost put too much, a half a teaspoon. We're only going to put a little bit less than a half a salt because I'm going to use some seasoning salt. Okay, there's salt. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. I looked on the internet to see what accent has in it, and it said it had a little bit of chili powder, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit. It said it had a little bit of oregano. I don't think I can mess this up. And a little bit of cumin. And then I'm going to use the Lowry seasoning salt, and I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of that. I will be getting me some of the other because I know Mimi's is so good. Now, we're just going to mix all of this together. If y'all are not following Mimi, y'all need to. It's just called Mimi's Recipes. She is so precious. Now, if you were having a lot of people for lunch or supper, you could double this. 2 cans of green beans and 2 cans of corn. But I'm not having a lot, so I have sprayed a 9 by 13 inch dish. And I'm going to just spread this in here. I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. This is really a type of a green bean casserole roll, but you've got the corn in it. So I'm spreading this out. And she said you can either top it with onion rings or Ritz crackers and butter. Well, I'm enough like Mimi. I'm going with the Ritz crackers and butter. I melted 1 stick of butter and I crushed up, I put a regular size sleeve of Ritz crackers and about half, so a sleeve and a half of the regular size. And I put them in this bag, and then I rolled it with a rolling pin, and it just, it does really great that way. I think I could eat this with a fork, the butter and crackers. Okay, now, you can either dump it and spread it. I'll try doing that, but most of the time I use my hand because my hands are clean. Now, she said you're going to bake uncovered for 45 minutes. I can't wait to see what this is going to taste like, because I know without a doubt it's going to be delicious. So, that was not hard at all. The only thing I didn't have her accent seasoning, and if I messed it up, it's because I just added a dash of the cumin, chili powder, and oregano because I read that that's in the accent. But I'll be back to show you. This is the vegetable casserole from Mimi's second cookbook. And y'all, please follow her if you're not. She's one of my all-time favorite people, and I wouldn't take anything for being able to meet her in person. It's Mimi's Recipes. But Amy just got home, and she had to take...
I had to get a bite.
A bite, and she said, oh my goodness. Now, I haven't tasted it. So, let me get a little spatula. It hasn't, you know how they usually have to set for just a little bit.
I'm hoping there are some leftovers from my lunch tomorrow.
Well, there should be, because probably your son won't eat any because it doesn't look like he would want it to. But y'all, it smells so good.
It is so good.
All right, I'm going to taste it. I have to.
So good.
That, Mamie, oh my goodness.
I told Mom, don't ever make a vegetable casserole again.
No, and listen, if I could come to South Carolina and spend a week with you, I would do it. But thank you for joining me. I hate to talk with my mouth full. This is delicious. You saw it wasn't hard, but you've got to try it because it is well worth it. It's the best thing I have had in a long time. Remember to be salt and light, and I'll be back soon.